we see the same type of movie, The Narrow Margin, made in 51, released in 52 by RKO Radio. This movie is a wonderful little gem of what they called a B picture. That is, a movie made on a narrow budget with no expectations. In fact, that's what one of the directors called his budget. The Narrow Budget should have been the name of this film. But in fact, it was The Narrow Margin, because the margin between life and death is the narrow margin. It's the story of two cops who go back east to Chicago at a day before widespread airline flying, and because they can more covertly rescue and escort a woman who is ready to tell all about the gambling establishment and the mafia to the grand jury meeting in Los Angeles. But they have to get her there to testify in person. Did you know this little B picture won an Oscar nomination for Best Original Story? This was a made-up story these guys made up, not out of any other cloth except their own imagination. And boy, they really did. So the story as part of it, the fact that it was what they call a sleeper, no one expected anything out of it, that of course creates a reverse effect. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody wanted to go see it. It was held over in theaters larger than it should have played in. It made a ton of money for RKO Radio. That's the sort of careful director, Richard Fleischer, who does that kind of thing. Very careful director. And so we leave that and we go on to the conclusion, which I won't tell you. But the conclusion is a great one. It's a thriller. It's one for you to guess and one for you to be entertained by right up to the end. So there's the story, there are the performances, there's of course the admirable direction. And you know, one of my criteria is always, it's what you do with what you got that matters in the end. He had a narrow budget, and Richard Fleischer produced A Narrow Margin, without peer in the realm of B-picture mysteries. Thank you very much. Enjoy the ride.